The certificate letter came on a Tuesday from Wells Fargo. Subject, Notice of Default, Final Warning Before Foreclosure. I stared at it, confused. I didn't have a mortgage with Wells Fargo. I'd paid off my house 2 years ago, owned it free and clear. I opened the letter. Dear property owner, you are in default on loan 847-392-847, secured by property at 2847 Oakwood Drive. Outstanding balance, $180,000. You have 30 days to cure the default, or the property will be sold at foreclosure auction. My house, my address, a $180,000 loan I never took out. I called the bank immediately. There's been a mistake. I don't have a loan with you. Ma'am, this loan was originated 18 months ago, secured by your property. Are you saying you didn't sign the loan documents? I absolutely didn't sign anything. Let me pull up the file. The loan was co-signed by Margaret and Robert Hayes, your parents. They used your property as collateral for a business loan. My parents used my house as collateral for a loan I knew nothing about, without asking me, without telling me, and now they defaulted, and the bank was taking my house. I'm Victoria Hayes, 35 years old. I bought my house at 28, paid it off at 33. Proud moment. Security, stability, mine. My parents used it as collateral 18 months ago for $180,000. Never told me. Defaulted on the loan, and now I'm 30 days from losing everything. Want to know what I did? I let them foreclose. Deliberately. Keep watching. Hit like if you own property. Comment on your city. What you're about to hear is about fraud, foreclosure, and why sometimes the only way to win is to let everything burn. Let me tell you what that house meant to me, so you understand what they took. Age 22, fresh out of college, got a job in pharmaceutical sales, started at $45,000. Not great, not terrible, but I had a plan. Lived with 3 roommates in a tiny apartment, drove a 15-year-old Honda, packed lunches every day, no vacations, no shopping, no going out. Saved every possible dollar for 6 years. My savings journey. Year 1, saved $8,000. Year 2, saved $11,000. Got promoted. Year 3, saved $14,000. Year 4, saved $16,000. Year 5, saved $18,000. Year 6, saved $13,000. Car emergency, set me back. Total saved by age 28, $80,000. Age 28, bought my house. Found a foreclosure. Needed work. Ugly, but structurally sound. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Good neighborhood. Listed at $210,000. Offered $185,000. The seller accepted. Put down $80,000, mortgage $105,000, payment $890 monthly. Spent the next year renovating. Did most of the work myself. YouTube taught me to tile, paint, and do basic electrical. Weekends and evenings. My hands bled. My back ached. I built that house into something beautiful. Age 29 to 33, paying it off. Got aggressive. Put every bonus toward the principal. Every commission check. Every tax return. Year 1, paid $18,000 extra. Year 2, paid $22,000 extra. Year 3, paid $25,000 extra. Year 4, paid $28,000 extra. Year 5, final payment, $12,000. Age 33, mortgage burning party. I invited friends over. Literally burned the mortgage paperwork in my fireplace. Cried. Happy tears. I owned my house. Free and clear. Title in my name only. No debt. Pure ownership. That house represented 6 years of extreme saving, 5 years of aggressive payments, countless hours of manual labor, every sacrifice I'd made in my 20s. My security, my stability, my future. Market value at payoff, $340,000. Between improvements and market appreciation, that $180,000 house was worth $340,000. I had $340,000 in equity, all mine, until my parents stole it. After that phone call with the bank, I demanded documentation. Everything. They emailed me the loan file. The loan details. Origination date, 18 months ago. Amount, $180,000. Purpose, business loan for Hayes Family Enterprises, LLC. Collateral, my property, 2847 Oakwood Drive. Cosigners, Margaret Hayes, Robert Hayes. My parents. Property owner signature, Victoria Hayes. That last line made my stomach drop. My signature. On documents I'd never seen. I zoomed in on the signature page. It looked like my signature, but I'd never signed it. I called a forensic document examiner. Sent him the PDFs, he analyzed them, called me back 2 days later. Miss Hayes, this signature is traced. Someone used a high-resolution scan of your real signature and traced it onto these documents. You can see the micro-hesitations in the pen strokes. This is clear forgery. Can you prove it? In court? Absolutely. This is clear forgery. I confronted my parents, drove to their house, walked in without knocking. You took out a loan using my house as collateral? My mother looked up from her magazine. Oh, you found out about that. You forged my signature, put my house up for $180,000 without asking me. My father came in from the garage. We were going to tell you. When? When the bank foreclosed? We haven't missed any payments, well, except the last few months, but we're getting back on track. You've missed 3 months. The bank is foreclosing in 30 days. My mother's voice was defensive. We needed capital for the business. You weren't using your house equity. You don't have a mortgage. All that value just sitting there. It's my equity, my house. You committed fraud. We're family, my father said. What's yours is ours. We raised you. We thought you'd understand. Understand forgery? Theft? You stole my signature, put my house at risk. For what business? That's when it got worse. What business did you start with $180,000? My parents exchanged looks. A consulting firm, my father said. Hayes Family Enterprises. Business consulting for small companies. And how is it doing? Silence. How much revenue has this business generated in 18 months? More silence. My mother finally answered. The business didn't work out. The market was tougher than we thought. How much revenue? About $8,000 total. $8,000 revenue on a $180,000 loan in 18 months. Where did the money go? They showed me bank statements. I felt sick. $180,000 breakdown. Office setup, $35,000. Luxury furniture, equipment they didn't need. Marketing, $28,000. Ads that generated no clients. Professional development, $22,000. Conferences in Hawaii, Vegas, and Miami. Operating expenses, $41,000, including their personal credit card bills. Consulting fees, $18,000. They hired consultants to teach them consulting. Payroll, $36,000. They paid themselves salaries while generating no revenue. Total, $180,000. All gone. Business failed. Nothing to show for it. You stole my house equity to fund a vanity business that failed, and now you expect me to fix it? We tried, my mother insisted. We really thought it would work. You forged my signature, committed fraud, put my house at risk for conferences in Hawaii. Those were business expenses. I looked at them. Really looked at them. These people raised me, and they'd committed felonies using my most valuable asset for a business they had no plan for, spent it on luxuries, and now they expect me to fix it. Can you pay the $180,000? We don't have it. That's why we need your help. My help? You stole from me, and now you want me to help? We need you to take over the loan payments or sell the house and split the proceeds. We'll take half to pay off our other debts. You want me to sell my house and give you half? It's only fair. The loan used the house equity. That you stole? My father's voice turned hard. If you don't help, we all lose. The bank forecloses. They opened an investigation. Serious one. Bank fraud is a federal crime. I also hired a real estate attorney. Here's the situation. My parents forged my signature, used my house as collateral. They're defaulting. The bank is foreclosing. What are my options? He reviewed everything. You have several options. 1, you could pay off the loan, save the house, then sue your parents for the money. 2, you could report the fraud, fight the foreclosure, and prove you never authorized the loan. 3, you could let the foreclosure happen, then sue the bank and your parents. What's the best option? Depends on what you want. To keep the house? Option 1 or 2. To punish everyone involved? Option 3. I chose option 3. Let me explain why. Option 1, pay off the loan. I'd have to come up with $180,000. My savings, $65,000. I'd have to take out a mortgage on my paid-off house to fix a problem my parents created. They'd face no consequences. I'd be in debt for their fraud. Option 2, fight the foreclosure. Legal battle with the bank. Expensive, time-consuming. Outcome uncertain. Meanwhile, foreclosure is pending. Credit damage is already happening. Parents still face no immediate consequences. Option 3, let it foreclose. House goes to auction. The bank takes the loss. My credit tanks, temporarily, but I sue the bank for allowing a fraudulent loan. I sue my parents for fraud, forgery, and damages. Everyone involved faces consequences. I recover damages plus pain and suffering. I can buy a new house with settlement money. I chose scorched earth. I notified the bank. I'm not paying this loan. It's fraudulent. I never authorized it. I'm allowing foreclosure to proceed. You'll hear from my attorney regarding your failure to verify signatures and prevent fraud. I notified my parents. I'm not saving the house. Let it foreclose. You committed fraud. You'll face the consequences. I'm suing you for damages and pressing criminal charges. You can't be serious, my mother screamed. That's your house, your credit. My house you put at risk, my credit you destroyed. Actions have consequences. We're your parents. Who committed felonies against me? Enjoy explaining that to the police. The foreclosure proceeded. House sold at auction for $285,000. Bank recovered $180,000, loan balance. Remainder, $105,000, which should have gone to me as owner. The bank kept it. Wrongly. This became part of my lawsuit. Meanwhile, I filed lawsuits against my parents. Fraud, forgery, theft by deception, emotional distress. Damages, $340,000 home value plus $150,000 punitive. Against the bank, negligence, accepting forged documents, wrongful foreclosure, failure to verify authorization. Damages, $340,000, home value, plus $105,000, excess proceeds they kept. And criminal charges against my parents: forgery, felony, bank fraud, federal felony, identity theft, felony. Settlements came within 6 months. Bank settled. $445,000 total. Admitted no wrongdoing, but acknowledged verification failures. Covered all legal fees. Parents' criminal case. Pled guilty to reduced charges. 2 years probation each. $100,000 restitution to me, structured payment over 10 years. Felony records. Total recovery, $545,000. More than my house was worth. More than they stole. Compensation for what they did. That was 14 months ago. My credit recovered after 6 months. Fraud victim status helped. I bought a new house 3 months ago. Bigger. Better. In a nicer neighborhood. Purchase price, $425,000. Put down $200,000 from the settlement. Mortgage, $225,000. Payment, $1,650. Easily manageable. This house is solely in my name. No one else has keys. No one else has access. My parents don't even know the address. My parents' situation. They lost everything. Had to sell their house to pay legal fees. Live in a rental now. Pay me $1,000 monthly for the next 10 years. Every month, they're reminded of what they did. We don't speak. They tried calling, sent letters. We made a mistake. We're family. Can't we move past this? Move past fraud? Forgery? Stealing my home? No. Some family members call me cruel. They're your parents. They made a mistake. You got more money than you lost. Why punish them? Because consequences matter. Because fraud is not a mistake. Because they would have let me lose my house to save themselves. What I learned. Property ownership means protecting your property, even from family, especially from family. Document everything. Title, deed, all paperwork. Check county records regularly. Forgiveness doesn't mean no consequences. They can be sorry and face legal punishment. Sometimes burning it all down is the only way to rebuild correctly. I'm Victoria Hayes. I spent 6 years saving for a house, 5 years paying it off. Built equity of $340,000. My parents forged my signature, used my house as collateral for $180,000, failed business, defaulted on the loan, faced foreclosure. They wanted me to save them, pay their fraud debt, sell my house, and split the proceeds. I let the bank foreclose instead. Sued everyone, won $545,000, bought a better house, destroyed my parents financially and legally. Some say I went too far. I say I went exactly far enough. Hit subscribe if property rights matter. Smash like if consequences beat reconciliation. Remember, your property is yours. Protect it. Even from family, especially from family. My parents thought I'd save them, thought family loyalty meant accepting fraud. They were wrong. I let my house burn, built a better one from the ashes, with their money, from the lawsuit, and I sleep perfectly in it, every night, while they pay me $1,000 monthly for 9 more years. Consequences. Legally enforced, permanently binding. Sometimes the only way to win is to let everything burn. I did, and I won.